Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem amma ba'd. Recap from the last video, we discussed Murakkab Tawsifi. Murakkab Tawsifi is a combination or compilation of two nouns where one noun describes the other. The describer is called Sifa and what is described is called Mawsuf. So this combination of Sifa and Mawsuf makes Murakkab Tawsifi. Now we know there are four characteristics of a noun or four attributes of a noun or the four qualities of a noun, and they are I'rab, Wus'a, Jins and Adad. From all these 4 points, Sifa follows Mawsuf. If Mawsuf is singular, Sifa will be singular. If Mawsuf is Muzakkar, Sifa will be Muzakkar. If Mawsuf is Marfu, Sifa will be Marfu. And if Mawsuf is definite, Sifa will be definite. For example, we say the good boy. In English, we say the good boy. Its translation will be Al-Waladul Hasan. Al-Waladul Hasan. The good boy. When we say the good boy, it is a phrase and the information is incomplete. We are still kind of waiting for some information about that good boy. However, when we say the boy is hardworking, now the information is complete. And this is now called sentence, not a phrase. Similarly, if we say the boy is good, information is complete here as well because we are talking about the boy and giving an information about the boy that the boy is good. So this is a phrase, this is a sentence. So there is a difference between these two statements. The boy is good. We are not describing the boy anymore. We are giving information about the boy that the boy is good. And that information which we are giving about the boy, that in Arabic is called khabar. Khabar is basically information. Khabar, khabrun. Khabrun, which is news, information, etc. So the news about the boy is, the information about the boy is that the boy is good. And that is a complete sentence. What we have done here, we have changed this phrase to a sentence. And in doing so, what we have done is that we have brought this helping verb is. Is here is helping verb. To convert this to a sentence, or we can say auxiliary verb, whichever word you like. Auxiliary verb. So is here a helping verb or auxiliary verb. So the English terminology in the sentence is that when we say the boy is good, like that, so we have got a sentence here, the boy is good. So the boy is subject. The boy is subject and is good in the English terminology will be predicate. The boy, subject, is good, predicate. In English, whatever we are talking about is a subject, and what we are saying about and the information which we are giving about the subject is predicate. We can say the boy is good and hardworking. So is good and hardworking will come under predicate. So we have subject, we have predicate. How do we say that in Arabic? The boy is good. It's very simple and very interesting. Now in Arabic, we have said al-waladul hasanu, the good boy, because it's a definite, this phrase is definite. Al-waladul hasanu. Now we want to say the boy is good. So all we have to do is we're going to keep al-waladu as it is. Al-waladu. And this we're going to change to indefinite. This is definite here. Al-Hasan is definite. We're going to change that to Hasanun. Al-Waladu Hasanun. The boy is good. Al-Waladul Hasanun, the good boy. Al-Waladu Hasanun, the boy is good. So basically what we have done here is that we have gone from definite to indefinite. There is nothing equivalent to is MR in Arabic. It doesn't exist. So this construction going from definite to indefinite. So when we end here, whatever is definite, and then we go from definite to indefinite, if we put a cross here or line here, there, that's where the is going to come. So al-waladu hasanun, the boy is good. So this imaginary is there. So this construction gives the meaning of al-waladu hasanun is a construction which gives the meaning of the boy is good, and that becomes a sentence. Now in this sentence there is no verb. Normally in English we need a verb which could be a helping verb like is MR, or it could be true verb, something like help. For example, Hamid helped Zad, for example. So we've got a verb there. So we've got a subject, we have verb, and then we have object. In Arabic, there's nothing like that. These are two nouns, basically, put together in this specific construct or in this specific order. So we can still call this, from English point of view, we can call this subject, and this will be predicate. However, really closely examining it, this cannot be subject because there's no verb. So subject is the doer of the action of the verb. We know that. And then we will have to have most of the time an object as well, which will be receiver of the action of the verb. So here, al-waladu is a noun, there is no verb, and then hasanun is another noun. So what's the Arabic terminology? Arabic terminology is that this is called mubtada. Mubtada. And this is called khabr. Khabrun. That's khabr. So we can say really from here mubtada translated as subject and khabar translated as predicate. But what I have already said that it really is not the case. Mubtada is basically mubtada and khabar is khabar. Those who know Urdu, they are familiar with the word ibtada, which means beginning. Ibtada, beginning. So from ibtada we have mubtada, which basically means the starting point. Mubtada is the starting point. And khabar is the information about that starting point, is news or information. Because in Arabic we are starting this sentence with the mubtada, which is an ism. So this is called jumla ismiya. Jumla ismiyatu. Nominal sentence is the translation in English. Jumla ismiya. Jumla ismiya, which start with an ism, and here it ends with an ism as well. It doesn't always have to end with an ism, but that's for later. So it's starting with an ism, and the khabar is also an ism. So this is called jumla ismiya, nominal sentence. So that's one type of sentence in Arabic, which is called nominal sentence. So mubtada is basically something which we are talking about, and khabar is whatever we are talking about, this mubtada. So that basically is khabar. Now, in jumla ismiya, we know that there are four aspects to every noun. So in murakkab tawsifi, we know that sifa has to follow mawsoof in all those four aspects. What about jumla ismiya? What happens? How do we tackle that issue in jumla ismiya? So we have four aspects of a noun. We have i'rab, we have wus'a, we have jins, and we have adad. Okay, so what happens here? We got i'rab, wus'a, jins, and adad. So what happens in jumla ismiya to these four aspects of a noun? In jumla ismiya, mubtada is always in rafa from the i'rab point of view, and khabar is also always in rafa. So here the khabar is not following mubtada. Mubtada on its own right is in rafa, always in rafa, and khabar is also on its own right, always in rafa. Second aspect, wus'a, definiteness or indefiniteness. So mubtada is most of the time, usually, will be definite, and khabar usually will be indefinite. Here I'm using the word usually because that is not always the case. This is always rafa, rafa. This is usually definite, usually indefinite. And from these 2 points of view, khabar is going to follow mubtada. So khabar follows mubtada. So basically that means that if mubtada is muzakkar, khabar will be muzakkar. If mubtada is singular, khabar will be singular. If mubtada is dual, khabar will be dual. And if mubtada is plural, khabar will be plural. If mubtada is feminine, khabar will be feminine. So that's how we cover those four aspects of a noun in jumla ismiya. Before looking at further examples of a nominal sentence, I'm going to make a specific point here about murakkab tawsifi, and that is based on this ayah from Quran. This is ayah number 76 of Surah Waqia, and this is the third ruku. The third ruku starts with فَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِمَوَاقِعِ النُّجُومِ وَإِنَّهُ لَقَسَمٌ لَوْ تَعْلَمُونَ عَظِيمٌ إِنَّهُ لَقُرْآنٌ كَرِيمٌ فِي كِتَابٍ مَكْنُونٍ لَا يَمَسُّهُ إِلَّا الْمُطَهَّرُونَ تَنزِيلٌ مِّن رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. So this is one of these 4 or 5 ayah, and this is the second ayah of third ruku of Surah Waqia. Now here if we look closely and focus on this ayah and kind of dissect this ayah, we will see that there is a murakkab tawsifi there which is not visible immediately. It is there, but it's not immediately visible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dissect this ayah, make it simple, kind of Arabic sentence. Quranic ayahs tend to be a little bit complex. Ahadith, they are much easier and simple and easy to analyze. Ayahs are a bit difficult for a beginner. So what we have here is innahu, we're going to keep it. Innahu, can't change it. Innahu. Here we have qasamun, oath. Qasamun, and this is mawsuf and its sifa is azimun. Qasamun azimun. Innahu, let's keep waw as well. Innahu qasamun azimun law ta'lamuna. Law ta'lamuna. So basically what we are saying here is people have translated this in different ways, and one person has translated as, and it is indeed a mighty oath if you but knew it. It is indeed a mighty oath. This mighty oath is murakkab tawsifi. Mighty oath. Another person has written great oath. It's the same thing. It's a great oath. So of course, indeed, no doubt, this is a mighty oath, this is a great oath, only if you knew. I really don't know what that means. Scholars will shed a light on it, etc., etc. So it is very clear that whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying is that this is a very important oath which is being made about Quran, because Quran is something major. It is a very important scripture, and this is a very important oath. فَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِمَوَاقِعِ النُّجُومِ. And if you knew, then you will know that this is a mighty oath and a great oath, which also possibly means that you're probably not going to know, really. You're not going to fully understand. The universe is so huge, and we probably still don't know what happens to stars and where they set. We know sunsets, we know kind of moon sets as well. Where it goes we don't know. Well, it doesn't go anywhere because Earth revolves, we know that now. But there are many other things going on in the universe which we really do not know much about. So that was one aspect. I'm not really here to go into the tafsir of any ayah, but from the grammar point of view, this is murakkab tawsifi. Qasamun aziman. This lam, inna is particle of emphasis. It doesn't really have its own of its own meaning, but translated as of course, no doubt, etc. And this lam of tawqeed is called lam tawqeed. Lam tawqeed, it does exactly the same job as inna. So basically there is a double emphasis here. Double emphasis. And then this has been added to qasam. So we have qasamun azimun, and there's a lam here, la qasamun azimun, which is doing the job of inna. So qasamun azimun is murakkab tawsifi. This is mawsuf, this is sifa, this is in rafa, we can see that this is singular, this is singular, this is indefinite, this is indefinite, and this is muzakkar, and this is muzakkar. So what happens is that Sifa follows Mawsuf in all those four aspects of a noun, but Sifa does not have to follow Mawsuf immediately in an ayah. It could be delayed. And here, as Mawsuf is here and Sifa is right towards the end of the ayah. So I looked at it and I thought it was important to share this with you. The only way we can connect azim with qasam is if we see that it matches with the qasam in all those four aspects. If this was qasamun and this was azimin or aziman, we won't be able to connect this to that because this will not then go with that. Azimin will be different Arab, and that kind of sifa cannot be connected to Mawsuf because Mawsuf is in Rafa. So here it's easy to connect this to this because it matches to this noun in all those aspects of a noun. So وَإِنَّهُ لَقَسَمٌ لَوْ تَعْلَمُونَ عَظِيمٌ. So this has come in the middle here, and that is just to keep the balance going and the wazn of the ayah, and also what comes before and what comes after this ayah. So I found this quite interesting. I don't know about you. Let us look at some other examples of Jumla Ismiya before we wind up. Jumla Ismiya. So in Jumla Ismiya we have Mubtada and we have Khabar. Allahu Rafulun. Mubtada, Khabar. Definite, indefinite. Singular, singular. Muzakkar, muzakkar. So this is definite, this is indefinite, and this is in Rafa, this is in Rafa. So those are the four aspects. Muhammadun Rasulun sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In Rafa, definite, indefinite. Although this is the name here, but because this is Ism Alam, it's the name, so it is definite. So Al-Qur'anu Kitabun, Mubtada, Khabar, singular, singular. In Rafa, definite, indefinite. Muzakkar, muzakkar. Aminatu Sadikatun. Now, Aminatu Sadikatun, we can't say Aminatu Sadikun because Sadikun will be muzakkar, Aminatu will be muannas. So here the khabar has to be muannas because Amina is muannas. So Aminatu Sadikatun rather than Sadikun. This is wrong here. Sadikatun. Al-Rasulani Sadikani. So two messengers, they are truthful. So Al-Rasulani cannot be Sadikun, it has to be Sadikani. So Khabar is gonna follow Mubtada in number and in jins. Now we have a plural here, Al-Rasulu Sadikuna. So Rasulun, plural is Rasulun, and this is Al-Rasulu, which is Mubtada, which is definite, and in Rafa. Sadikuna is definite, is indefinite as in Rafa. This is plural, this is plural. This is Muzakkar, this is Muzakkar. Mubtada, Khabar. Al-Ukhtani Sadikatani. Now, two sisters or daughters, they are truthful. So this is dual, this has to be dual. Sadikun, Sadikatun, and Sadikatani. Sadikun, Sadikun, muannas Sadikatun, and dual will be Sadikatani. So really that's the important point here, that from the jins and number point of view, Khabar will have to follow Mubtada. From the Arab point of view, Mubtada is in Rafa and Khabar is in Rafa on its own right. And from Rusa point of view, Mubtada is definite usually and Khabar is usually indefinite. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.